Hi friends, this is Anita Kejriwal here for Crafters Corner. Today I am going to show you how to make daffodils from the Botanic Orchid Stamp and Die collection by Heartfelt Creations. It's one of the most wonderful stamp and die, as you can create not only orchids but many other flowers with it. And along with this, you also get wonderful Botanic Orchid die which comes with this collection. And there's this regal hummingbird stamp and die which also comes, and I'm going to shape my flowers on the deluxe flower shaping toolkit. It's a wonderful toolkit for all flower lovers, and I always do my flower shaping on this toolkit. So let's start making our daffodils. For this I will be using my Misty tool for stamping out the images of the flowers. This is a wonderful tool for those who love stamping, and I use this tool especially for my Heartfelt creations because I make lot of flowers, and Misty makes stamping very fast and convenient for me. So this is how I'll be doing it. I'm using the chrome yellow archival ink because this is a waterproof ink, and since we will be misting our flowers, these inks will not fade. So let's start stamping using the chrome yellow archival ink. The paper I am using is 160 GSM cardstock. It's neither too thin nor too thick cardstock and is wonderful for flower making. Stamp the images several times because you need at least 2 of these to make one single flower. I am using the largest of the flower here. If you want to make smaller daffodils, there are 2 other sizes which comes with the stamp and die set. So always stamp the flowers several times because having an extra in your hand will not disappoint you, because you might spoil 1 or 2 layers while molding, shaping or misting them. So I always have a few die cuts extra in my hand. So after I have stamped out the images, I'll be cutting them with the coordinating die. This is the die for the orchid, and I'll pass it through my big shot machine to cut these out. So this is how I coordinate on the stamped image, and I'll be passing it through my big shot to get all my die cuts now. These are my die cuts, and here we will be shaping our flowers now. Now for the flower making, I am using the 3 inks which are the Buttercup, Tiger Lily and the Venetian Orange, all archival inks again. Now those who do not have archival inks can also use Memento. I am using just these 2 layers, so we will not be using those tiny die cuts. Let me remove them. These are the 4 die cuts which we will be requiring to prepare one flower. So let's start. Now I will be shading my flowers now with the archival ink. I am using the Buttercup to shade the edges of the flowers with my Distress Foam tool. You can also use a sponge dauber, and remember just to ink the edges very little. I want more whiter portion because daffodils, as you know, usually are in the shades of yellow, orange and white. So I'll be making white and orange daffodils today. So we just need little ink on the edges of the flowers. This is how I ink my flowers, and it's a very quick method, and you can create several flowers like this because daffodils are fairly easy flowers and does not require much of labor. Now to do the center of the flowers, rub the die cut all over the ink pad. This is how you will do it because this will give a nice coating of the ink, and let the ink seep through the paper so that you have a nice rich shade of ink for the center. As you know, daffodils have a cup like center which is a very fairly dark orange or deep yellow, and do this for the both sides of the die cut. The fingers do become little messy, but it's worth it because the flowers which will be getting will be really beautiful. So here I am again using the Tiger Lily to give a little deeper shade to the center. Just rub the flower very well and you will get a nice deep rich orange color for the center. Now dip all the die cuts in a bowl of water, clear water, and just for a few seconds, just for 5-6 seconds, remove them on a tissue paper to dry them and remove the excess water. You can use a heat gun to dry them faster or leave them as it is. We do not have to dry them thoroughly. They need to be little moist to help us to shape and mold the flowers. So let's start shaping the flowers now. Now at this point, if you feel that the shade of the orange has become a bit down because of all that wetting in the bowl, then you can add a little more tiger lily ink to the flower. Now let us start making. As you know, I had shown you for my orchid, just pinch the petals on the holder between your fingers. Now you need not pinch very hard as we had done for the orchid. The pinching has to be very gentle so that you do not tear the edges of the flowers. The flowers are still a little moist, so just a little bit of squeezing will do the work. Little pinching and bending for all the petals will give a nice realistic look to the flowers. See, this is how the petal will look like. Repeat it for the other one as well. As you see, I am just using my fingers and this holder to shape and mold the flowers. The petals look really nice and real-like once you have shaped and molded them between your fingers, pinching them, bending them as you go along. This is how the daffodil petals will look like. Now just use this other tool which comes in the toolkit to bend the sides of the petals a little backwards. This is a nice tweezer-like tool, and it's used for curling the petals or the leaves or whatever flower you are making. Pinch the flower from the top to give a nice pointed tip, and this is you will be doing it for all the petals. This is how it looks like. And for the center, take the large ball tool which comes in the kit and give a nice pressure in the center, giving it a cup-like shape. You have to really apply a good amount of pressure because we need a nice cup-shaped center. As you know, those who have seen the daffodils, there's a nice cup-like center, and it's fairly wrinkled up. So this is what we are going to do for our center as well. Give it a nice even pressure, cupping it as you go along. And here we have the two flowers. Now I'm doing a bit of crinkling at the top, like as if you are folding a fan. Do it between your fingers to give a really nice wrinkled look to the center. Repeat it for the other petal as well. As you see, the paper has become very soft and pliable because of all the misting we had done earlier. So you really get nice wrinkled flower shapes. And here I am trying them a little because now I will be layering the flowers. So let's layer the petals together. I am using the Designer Dries clear glue. It's a very nice glue and adheres very fast and leaves a clear, it dries clear. So this is how the first step is for making the daffodils. Now for the center, cup a little more, apply a little glue on the side flap and bring them together, pressing them to join them. Repeat it on the other side like this. And this is what you get, and we have to further cup it to make it hold its shape like this. Repeat it for the other one. And now we have to, this is the other one which I am doing. And now we have to join the two together by adhering one inside the other. This is how the center looks like. As you can see, it's not very difficult. Just a little bit of practice and you will be these flowers very well. Place the center in the flower and further cup it. Now we have the flower ready. All we need to do is add the pollen. For adding the pollens, make a nice hole with a sharp tweezer or a pointed needle. Since the flowers are still soft, it becomes really easy to make the hole. Like this, you have a hole in the center, and we'll be using these pollens to make the flower centers. Just add a little glue at the end, make the tip pointed, and pass it through the flower center. I think we need a little bigger hole. Let me make a bigger hole and pass the pollen easily. The pollen passes easily. This is how it looks like. Now I'm adding some frills. These are easily available at Crafter's Corner to the base of the center cup. Remove the excess and our flower is ready. Here I have 3 flowers. I have used some die cuts from the hummingbird from the paper pad collection, and I've used this die to cut these hummingbirds out. We have a wonderful Botanic Orchid paper collection where these hummingbird designs are there. I have 3 flowers for my project. I have already prepared my card base to save time. As you can see, I have used various spellbinder dies which I have distressed with the forest moss ink, and I have used the Kaiser Craft stamp here. Time is a beautiful gift, it's a wonderful sentiment. And this is the paper collection from Heartfelt Creations which I've used as matte lay. This is the Botanic window die. I have distressed it with the new espresso ink and the forest moss. Here I have placed all the flowers on my card. As you can see, these flowers look very beautiful, and I really loved making these flowers. You please also make them. You share with us your work. We would love to see what you have created. All the products are available at Crafter's Corner. And thanks for watching. Do leave your feedback and comment. We love hearing from you. Thanks once again.